So recently Wi-Fi speakers have been great purchase for most households, mainly because they use a wireless infrastructure that we really need to have on point for every single home, because we use the internet for everything nowadays. Hence it makes sense to have Wi-Fi speakers. Now Sonos is probably the best brand in Wi-Fi speakers at the current stage in the market. The only problem is what happens when you change your actual Wi-Fi infrastructure at your home. So what happens if you change your router? I've actually switched from BT to Sky now, so I have the new Sky Q router. The existing Sonos setup is obviously not working because it's pointed at the previous router, and it turns out it's actually a pain to change the router. So in this video we'll go through that process, how to point your existing Sonos setup to a new router. It turns out the engineers at Sonos have made this process a very tedious one that does not really make sense, but it's currently the only way to change an existing setup unless you want to reset the whole Sonos setup, which you will lose all of your customized settings and playlists, Sonos playlists. So there's that route as well, but this is the proper way they intended it to be done, even though it's inadequate in my opinion. So my current Sonos setup has a play bar for the main TV, and I have one play one. What Sonos requires you to do is to connect one of your devices on your setup to your new router via Ethernet, and it's very difficult to get the play bar because it's not very portable and it's all wired in right now. So I've moved my play one closer to the router temporarily, and I'll return it back to its original position. But for this video we're going to use the Sonos Play 1 as the device we connect to the router first. You're going to need a device which has the Sonos app installed, so a phone, a tablet, but it needs to have the Sonos app. So here is my device, and you can see it won't pick up the current Sonos system because it's connected to the previous router. You will also need an Ethernet cable. So we need to connect one end of the Ethernet cable into the Sonos device and the other end into the router. You must also make sure that your Sonos device is plugged in. So if it does ask us to update either the Sonos app or the Sonos devices itself, then we should do that before. So now with everything definitely up to date, we open the Sonos app. And it should automatically pick up our setup, which is not on the new router, but it's picking it up because which is not on the new wireless network, but it's on the new wired network. But we want to change everything to wired, so we go on to more, settings, scroll down all the way to advanced settings, wireless setup. This is what we need to do. And we set up the wireless network that we want to be on, so I'll just quickly put in the password. So now that I've put in the password, we can continue. So there you have it. It says Sonos is now set up on the new Sky router, and you can disconnect any Sonos product wired to your router. So we can test just by removing the Ethernet from the Play 1 device, and now it should actually be on Wi-Fi. So if we open Sonos now, we should have both. So our whole setup should be available wirelessly, so bedroom and family room. That's the play bar, then that's the play one, which is currently, if we look here, which is currently not connected via Ethernet. So we can try and play something to see if it's actually working. And play. And that's it for the whole setup. So now I can connect my Sky Q remote to the play bar, and everything should be working fine now, as we have seen. So I hope that helped you guys to connect your Sonos system to your new router. Thanks for watching and take care.